I was very fortunate to hear Victor speak to a group of veterans the other day here in Hawaii, and I could see by his approach, which was very personable and approachable, and he emphasized the things that he had in common with the people with whom he was speaking, both veterans, for example, and that when he says, "Look, I know how you feel," they know that's sincere and that it's really true. And so he was able to form a bond very early on. And in watching some of his speeches on film also with youngsters in prisons, I could see him form that bond with his audience very, very quickly. And I could see the attachment that existed between Victor and his audience during the whole speech. So I think Victor is a man who can make a great deal of difference in the things that he says, because he says them with credibility and sincerity. And I'm very, very happy to endorse his speaking and recommend him to you and your group or your school or whatever it might be. He's also very versatile, so it doesn't matter if it's a school or an organization or a corporation. He'll make a big difference.
Our visit to the islands absolutely shocked us at the amount of fruit and the impact that God enabled us to be part of, starting with just schools. Schools and churches is unbelievable. When Nick Vucic and I did these anti-bullying campaigns, I mean, who would have thought at some of the toughest schools on the islands of Hawaii that kids would stand up at the end of these school assemblies and say, "I'm a bully, and I don't want to be one anymore because now I understand the pain that it causes." Wow.
I'm a trained professional. The news, you know, so long. Okay, here we go. Without being present, we can do this? All right.
One of the assemblies we did at this high school, when Nick called for every bully to stand up and admit they're wrong and want to change, and it was just dead silence. You imagine, it's a high school. And then one kid stood up to the left of me, and when he stood up, talk about the courage it took, his friends around him were looking at him like, "I don't do this." And he stood up and he didn't care, and I remember I looked at him and just walked across the gym floor, and I reached up and I grabbed his hand and shook it. I said, "That's what a man does. Takes responsibility." The stadium, the Aloha Stadium event with my friend Nick was an unbelievable experience. We've been told that it was the largest single evangelistic event in the history of the state of Hawaii. I was surprised how many people came out. I think they registered a little over 7,500, but that did not include kids under 12. So some people are speculating there was over 10,000 people there. You guys blown away by what God did with over 2,000 people coming forward and making decisions for Christ. But what an amazing combination the Lord had in store for me and Nick to do this. And we're just grateful we were able to be part of it.
Over 30 champions of world and national martial art champions, as well as law enforcement officers, Army's Delta Force, the Marines Recon Rangers, hoorah, Navy SEALs, and CIA personnel. He is a true champion, a Chihu champion, a warrior for the Most High God. Please, Hawaii, give a big aloha welcome to Mr. Victor Marx.